Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Stark Bait. It's Dark Energy Tuesday. I am one of your hosts, Sophie.
And I'm Christy. How are you, Sophie? How are you on this beautiful Saturday, November 29th at 1
I
p.m.?
I am good. It is Thanksgiving weekend, so I am home with the fam in Cincinnati, Ohio, my hometown, and everyone's watching the Ohio State game, the Buckeyes game downstairs. So if you hear some ruckus, that's what it is. How was your Thanksgiving, Christy?
Oh, it was very good. I was following along obviously on your Instagram stories, and I love that you and your cousins went bowling. That's so
Hmm.
cute. Also,
Always, it's a family tradition.
I forgot that you were on the bowling league.
Yeah, on my high school bowling team.
That's
Yep.
actually very impressive because I am really bad at bowling. It's
Oh,
hard.
I am too. I'm literally
Really?
not good at bowling. That's the joke. That's the joke is that like I like was literally on the bowling team and then when I go bowling with my family, I always lose. Like I scored the least amount of points. But
It's
and I have fun
hard.
doing it. It's hard. It also takes a lot of upper body strength. It's like there's so many like different skills that go into it. Like you have to have the good follow through and the good aim and the good like you have to have power behind your, not throw, bowl, whatever the word is. It's hard. And I'm just like I'm like a weak little girl. I'm not good at it, but I love doing it and it's fun. And again, I have a lot of good experience competing for Sycamore High School back in the day. So go Aves,
What's an Ave?
Aviator. Sycamore
Oh.
Aviator. Oh, I
Oh.
got this is also a running joke in my family is that like my senior, it was like senior night for the bowling team and I got like benched even though I was a senior
Why?
because I was bad.
Oh, they were like, sorry, you don't qualify this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. And literally, my grandparents were like there to watch me.
Stop.
I know, isn't that so sad?
Oh my God, you like wasted their time.
I know. Papa Tootie, my grandpa was mad. He was mad. He was like, put her in. I still
I
haven't gotten over that. I won't say his name, but that coach who benched me on senior night, he was my Uber driver actually a couple of years ago, and did not forget what he did to me.
was he like, hey Sophie, how are
Yeah,
you?
we were like catching up, but I was like, damn, that coach that benched me.
Our mascot in high school was the Warriors, and I think they've since changed it because it became like kind of, in this day and age, it's problematic because our
Mm.
mascot was like an in
Native
India
American.
Native American. Yes. Yes. And I was thinking back, I'm like, God, that is kind of not that
Oh my
great.
God, so many. Why is that like such a common mascot? Like the Cleveland Indians that are no longer, and then the Washington Redskins that are the Commanders. I forgot what the Cleveland Indians are now. And then even like the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, why are the Kansas City Chiefs allowed to do that and everyone else changed their names? Is it because of
Yeah.
Travis and Taylor?
They can get away with anything, and we have
Yeah.
so much to discuss as it pertains to the NFL and
Oh,
flying
we
for your
do?
flying for your significant others events. Yeah, with Alex Earle and
Oh,
Braxton.
Braxton. I was like, wait, are you trying to talk about Joe Burrow? Because if you guys missed it, Joe Burrow made his return after his turf toe injury. He was looking so hot with long hair. Did you see this, Christy?
Yes, of course. Of course. It made the way everyone was tagging us.
Yeah, everyone was tagging us because they know how we feel, especially me, about Joe Burrow. But he made his return. He was amazing, and the Bengals won their first game in like forever. And he was so cute. He had like his long hair, and he got emotional, like in the post game interview, talking about how much it meant to him to like be back on the field with his teammates, and he's just like such a cutie. So that was exciting. And then yeah, let's get into the Alex and Braxton of it all.
Oh, we have so much to discuss, but really fast before we get into that, I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but the first time that you were on X Knows All, I remember I was like, introduce yourself. Like, hey, Sophie Ross from
Stop.
coming at you from Cincinnati, Ohio.
This is so embarrassing. I hate when
No,
you tell this story.
no, it's so cute. She's like, go Bengals.
That's okay. That is so pick me. Like that's so embarrassing that I said that. I'm
No,
such a
it's
pick
not.
me.
It's the
I
cute.
was
No,
like,
because the
go
thing is,
Bengals.
no, because the thing is, it's no, it's not pick me because that's your city. Like that's your team. You should be donning that team with pride. Like, in fact, I wish I were more into sports like you because then I could have conversations with like men at the bars, maybe.
The thing is, okay, so I will say that when I was single, like knowing like having very basic football knowledge is helpful. So
Mm-hmm.
it was helpful back when I was single. This is the only sport that I know anything about. Like I could not name three active NBA players right now or any other MLB. I don't know. I don't know the rules of hockey. Like, I don't know any
Yeah.
other sports except kind of a little bit of football. It does help you guys with, picking up straight guys. Just saying. So if you want to study up, and I hate that. I hate that it's like, pick me. I know I love
Pick
watching the big
me.
game. I love beer and I love football.
But the thing about Soph is she does love beer and she
Yeah.
does love football.
It's just me being, well, me. By the way, okay, Christy, by the way, I know this is like such a sidebar, but since I'm home, I found my old diary.
Yeah.
I found my old diary from
That's
when
so
I was,
cute.
it was from March 2001. So I was like 9 years old. And my entire diary was literally just biographies about the people in my life, like just gossiping about people. I was like, I was meant to be like a podcaster. And I wrote a bio about myself. I was like, Sophie, that's
Cute.
me, myself, and I. There's no one I'd rather be than, well, me. I have a great personality. That's what I wrote about myself.
Wait, that's literally the cutest thing ever. Well, that's just me.
Just me being, well, me.
Just me
Okay,
being well.
sorry. Sorry. Let's get back into Alix and Braxton, okay?
Okay. Okay, so as we all know, Dancing with the Stars finale aired and Robert Irwin won the Mirror Ball. And Alix Earle was one of the final contenders to win. She obviously did not win, but she was doing a Unget Ready with Me on
Hmm.
her TikTok. And this was yesterday. So this was November 28th, Friday. So just a couple days after the Mirror Ball winner was announced. And she was kind of alluding to the fact that something personal in her life has been going on, but she hasn't really
Hmm.
shared it with her audience on TikTok. She didn't talk about it on Dancing with the Stars, on any of her packages. She said something to the effect of, I had a really emotional experience on Dancing with the Stars. I think it's because I was sitting in my thoughts and realizing a lot of things, realizing what I wanted in life, which was really scary, and there's a lot that happened in my personal life throughout the season, and I didn't share it with you guys, and I didn't want to say it for the sake of making an entertaining package on the show. And she's like, now I'm here with my family. I get to spend good quality time with them during Thanksgiving. But a lot of fans were pointing out that she hasn't been seen with Braxton, and I had to check her Instagram since October 12th when she surprised him for his birthday party. Do you remember all those
Hmm.
photos, Sophie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that was around the time that people were kind of speculating that were they broken up? And then she kind of dispelled the rumors by posting that Instagram grid.
Hmm.
And a lot of people were also saying, why wasn't Braxton at the finale of Dancing with the Stars? And someone did actually ask her this in a TikTok comment. And she said, are you and Braxton still together? And she responded, he had to work. So that's why he couldn't be at the finale. But she didn't actually address the comment of, did you break up?
She didn't say, like, yes, we're still together. Like, she just said he had to work. Like, she
Yes.
had the excuse ready.
Exactly. And so some people were saying, we're kind of giving Braxton crap because they're like, listen, and this is where, like, when it comes back to football knowledge, I know nothing about, so I would love to hear your POV. But when I think
Hmm.
about Travis Kelce, for instance, who's like the biggest football person on the planet, just by means of who he's dating, please don't come for me when I say that. I don't know about football. I'm just meaning the general pop culture. He's flying all the time to go see Taylor when she was on the Eras tour.
Hmm.
He made it work. And some people were arguing, Dancing with the Stars I think it was on Wednesday, was the finale. Braxton didn't have a game until that next Tuesday, today. So why couldn't he have just made it to LA from Houston to go see Alix perform? And other people were kind of clapping back and saying,
Hmm.
well, you're just not familiar with the NFL because it's really not easy for players to just quote unquote request PTO to just lift off to another state to go see their significant other. Like some NFL players have missed the births of their own babies because of NFL practices and weight trainings and things like that. So what do you have to say to that? Like, could Braxton had made it work? And obviously, Sophie and I aren't experts in sports, but what is
Yeah.
your point of view between those two arguments?
I think I think both can be true, honestly. Like, I understand that NFL players or any athlete professionally have very regimented schedules with practice and training and, meetings every single day with their coaches. Like, it is a crazy, crazy schedule. It's not just the games, it's, everything that goes on between the games. So there's that part of it. But I also think, like, no, like, people are allowed to, have lives on their days off. They have at least one day off a week, Like, I'm just like, it is kind of weird. Maybe that he didn't make any single taping of Dancing with the Stars. Like that, yeah, that's weird. But like they would have been seeing each other in between, even if he just could go to LA for like the day. Like you're a
Yes.
rich football player. You can afford to just go for a day trip, Like
Yeah.
I
Take a
I
private
don't know.
jet or something. You
Right.
could. Her
Yeah,
Alex or him could afford
exactly.
it.
Exactly, exactly. So like I think that like yeah, I get that point about like NFL players have these very busy lives, busier than you can even imagine. Absolutely. But like if you want to like make it work and like see your significant other or like see family or have a life outside of like, your 6 day a week schedule, you can do that. You get at least 1 day off a week. Like that's just like how any normal sports I'm acting like I know anything about like,
No, but
but they definitely have at least 1 day off a week, at
yeah,
least.
I mean, that would be insane if they didn't get a moment
Exactly.
off. And like you said, we're not asking you to
Exactly.
spend an extended period of time in LA.
Yeah.
It could just come in for the
A
day.
day
So I
trip.
think, right. And I think for something as big of a moment as Dancing with the Stars was for Alex, and really just a
Hmm.
pop culture moment, a huge iconic
Yeah.
moment in her career, you would think that he would have made the time to go and see her. And I think even him not being present at the finale aside, a lot of people were quick to point out as well that he wasn't really promoting her and voting for Alex every week on
Yeah.
his social media. And obviously, he's not really a social media person. He's just a football player. But given that Dancing with the Stars is at the end of the day a popularity contest, you would think he would be
Hmm.
incentivizing his followers to go ahead and like dial the quick text number to vote for Alix Earle. But people were saying he wasn't really promoting her either. And just the
Hmm.
way in which she was speaking on her TikTok, it seemed like she was pointing towards a breakup. She said that I don't miss Miami anymore. I actually do want to spend more time in LA. I know that people always hate when celebrities or influencers say, "Ugh, I'm gonna move to LA." But she said, I do like the pace of life that I'm in here. I like that I'm able to go outside, eating healthy, working out. And it seemed like she was really kind of ready for this next chapter in her life, whether that be an alternative location or maybe a
Hmm.
breakup. And I don't know, she just seems a lot lighter and happier in her TikToks. And I do follow her. Like anytime a TikTok video of hers comes up, I do stay. And I've noticed that she just seems so fulfilled in this place in her life, especially being independent and working independently and being able to do such a huge endeavor that is outside of the influencer space. I feel like she's found a lot of fulfillment. And I don't know, she appears lighter to me just based on my energy reading of
Hmm.
her remotely. And I keep going back to what Sophia Colpo used to say
Hmm.
about Braxton. Remember when he first started dating Alex? Sophia kept saying, well, enjoy it while it lasts, because Braxton is a huge love bomber.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, she alluded to him being like a narcissist who like sucks the life out of you, which is what a lot of these narcissists do when you date them. And yeah, like what else could this be like? Could this big life update be that she's alluding to? Like it has to be something regarding her personal life and her relationship. Like I just can't imagine like what else it would be, right?
Agreed. And some people were saying, well, maybe she's giving up drinking, but you have to throw that theory out the window because she was drinking shots on one of her TikToks, literally like that same day that that TikTok came out when she was saying
Also,
something was going on.
also that's not something that she would like slowly roll out. She would
Yeah.
just say, "Hey, I'm thinking of yeah, I'm just gonna like stop drinking
Yeah,
for a little
that's
bit."
not necessarily like a huge. I get that her whole MO is
Yeah.
being a party girl, but I feel like she's kind of progressed past that party
Yeah,
girl
no, no one
lifestyle.
no one would be mad at her.
No, and that wouldn't change or impact her following, I
Yeah.
don't think at all. So I think it's definitely coming soon. My theory is that they did not want to divert her stardom and her star power on Dancing with the Stars by kind of watering that down with a breakup. So that even if I think that her and Braxton have probably been broken up for a while now, or at least for a bigger majority on Dancing with the Stars than we actually
Hmm.
realize, but they didn't want to just muddy the waters and wanted to focus on her and her dancing and her family and friends and less on, oh, Alix Earle had to stumble tonight because
Yeah.
she's going through a breakup, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess, yeah, it probably would overshadow her. Like, I can understand why she would want to keep it on the DL during Dancing with the Stars. At the same time, it's like, I don't know, people would feel bad for her and maybe like vote for her because of that. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
Huh.
would be a
I
sympathetic
guess,
storyline.
yeah. Well, we are on Alex and Braxton breakup watch, I
My head's on a
guess.
swivel. I will
Head
be,
is on a swivel.
yeah, I'll keep you guys
I
updated.
I really want to talk about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the recent drama with Demi. I know you have not watched this most recent season. Demi is a demon. So just to give you guys like I guess some backstory. Demi is on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, obviously. I'm like,
Obviously.
how obviously Nick Lachey. Uh she was like too mean this season. I realized that
Mhm.
the reason that she was such a fan favorite on season one is because she was going against Whitney, who was the antagonist of season one. And it's so funny how that has shifted. Speaking of Dancing with the Stars, Whitney has made this huge redemption arc. Everyone loves Whitney now. And Demi is just awful. She is so mean. It was too dark to watch this season, not in an entertaining way. So, for the background, Demi and some of the other ladies went to Vanderpump Villa, which is another Hulu show. So, it was like a little crossover. And Marciano, who was on Vanderpump Villa, there was some situation where Demi accused him of sexually assaulting her. And he said, that was not my version of events. I thought we were like feeling each other. I think that it genuinely was two people who just misread the situation completely differently. From what I've heard about, I haven't watched Vanderpump Villa, but from what I've heard about the interactions, it seemed like she was being flirty, but then I think he may have like taken it a little too far with like the kiss. And, I think that they both kind of misread it.
Sure.
So, sure. So she accused Marciano of sexually assaulting her. Whether Marciano sexually assaulted her or not, she accused this man of, and I will choose to believe her version of events is that he assaulted her, made her feel uncomfortable. Her version of events is that this man made her feel uncomfortable. Yet she took him at his word that he slept with her cast member, Jesse.
Yes.
So it's like you're saying that this guy's a slime ball who assaulted you, but you're taking him at his word and saying, oh, because he said he fucked Jesse, that they definitely fucked, because he said so. This guy who I'm accusing of assault is clearly an honest guy.
His credibility is clearly very strong.
Yes. Exactly. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So she accused her friend Jesse of sleeping with Marciano because that is his version of events. She, in public, said to Jesse, how was fucking Marciano twice? And then did the little like hands on the crotch motion that we did in like middle school.
Yes.
And
we did that when we were 14 years old.
I have never seen a grown adult do this. A grown adult woman in like a very pretty dress in public saying, how was fucking Marciano twice? And you are saying that to your ex-best friend who you're just taking him at his word, the guy that you were accusing of assault. So none of it makes sense. So now she's feuding with both Marciano and Jesse. And it turns out that Jesse and Marciano did have an emotional affair, but did not sleep together by all accounts. So she is feuding now with Jesse and Marciano. Jesse and Marciano had this emotional affair, but did not sleep together. And she made a comment about Marciano's dead father that just took it way too far. She always crossed the line. She said, was your daddy this big of a pussy, with like a cat emoji too? I'm sure he's looking down so disappointed in what an embarrassment you turned out to be. Like, that's a step too far. Marciano's dad is unfortunately dead. So that obviously was like too far. So Marciano's dad was apparently a boxer who died when he was only 4 years old, and he died after getting injured during a boxing match. So also horrific. Like a very traumatic way to lose a parent, not that there's any good way to lose a parent, but that's a very traumatic thing. Marciano obviously made a video and was like, you gone too fucking far. And I actually feel bad for him. And all of the comments were like, leave it to Demi to make a side with a man. Like, leave it to Demi. Like, poor Marciano, honestly. Like, I feel really bad for him. Like, that's just what a disgusting comment to make. So now we are onto Fruity Pebbles-gate, which I am sure you have seen.
I when you shared this with the group chat, I was horrified.
I lost it.
It's continued, and there's been many a comment made from Demi herself about this Fruity Pebbles thing. She's leaning into it. But yeah, please explain to listeners that aren't familiar.
Yes. So in the first season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, there was some like alluding to a sexual act called Fruity Pebbles. And no one really knew what it meant, but people were speculating like, oh, like they like to put Fruity Pebbles in their vaginas and get eaten out by their husbands or something like that. That's what people were like assuming that it meant.
That sounds so weird to like, what?
Yeah, but I don't know. Who knows? I kind of forgot about it, honestly. That was season one. So after Demi made a comment about Jesse probably being mad that LVP, Lisa Vanderpump, was talking about Demi and not Jesse, even though she was like trash talking to me and saying that Demi was lying about everything. Jesse took to her Instagram stories and said, since Demi wants to be petty, Grandpa Brett, that is Demi's husband, Grandpa Brett, who's quite older than her and actually met her when she was only 9 years old for the first time. Grandpa Brett likes to drink her piss and he gulps it down like it's dirty soda, and that's what Fruity Pebbles is. Obviously, everyone was like, "Oh my god, yeah." Like, not trying to kink shame.
Yeah, but at some point, it just becomes unsanitary. There comes a point where like. And for everyone who's going to say like, oh my God, you guys are being so, like, genuinely ask yourself, would you do such a thing? Just ask yourself that question and stop judging us if you're going to give a shit for thinking this is absolutely insane. Just take a
So
second. God.
Demi then took to Instagram and admitted it. She said, "What my husband and I did," and she didn't have to, like,
No,
she could lie about this, and that would have been perfectly acceptable.
to stay
She said,
silent is such a thing that we take for granted. Silence and privacy
she
is
said,
underrated.
"What my husband and I did one time behind closed doors was a consensual and private experience in our marriage. I won't let a private act between my husband and I be a distraction from a serious act that I did not consent to. I shared this information with Jesse in confidence nearly 2 years ago. It's very telling that she's choosing to break storyline and bring it up now, only after her own affair has come to light. This is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shift attention away from her own behavior." So she's saying she's, presenting herself to be the victim in the situation. She goes, "What we did behind closed doors." Yet she tried to make Jesse, quote unquote, sleeping with Marciano a storyline, like weaponize that against her, even if that allegedly was behind closed doors and two consenting adults, even though it apparently didn't even happen. Now she's trying to, like you said, act unbothered and make jokes about the whole thing, even though it's obviously extremely embarrassing.
This is
She's gained like 50,000 followers though since this happened. So like maybe embracing it for attention is working. And it was also announced at this time that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was renewed for season 4. So obviously people are speculating like, oh, was this all orchestrated for press and attention? Like maybe, but I think these people are legitimately like this insane.
sorry. I am so disturbed
Yeah.
by this. And I just came across a TikTok that she posted on Instagram of her saying, showing up to Thanksgiving after Fruity Pebbles-gate, and she's like
Yeah.
carrying a dish, and all of her younger cousins or whatever are looking at her strangely. I could never show my face at a family function after making it everyone's business that my
No.
husband likes to drink my urine.
No, definitely not.
Like, this is
No. And she has like kids and stepkids.
Yeah, some things just need to be left. Like, if it was below the belt for Jesse to talk about this, because I think, yeah, it's something private, but you can also just stay silent on it. Like, you don't need to. I've read things about us that are not true, and I'm not out here like defending it or trying to like clarify it, because if it's not true, then I'm not going to let it bother me. Do you know what I mean? Like, just try, because it's such a crazy theory. The fact that you're
No,
now owning up to it.
wait, about the drinking piss. I think the fact that it is true. Like it
y-
is true. It's not untrue. Like she like
Right.
literally is admitting it.
Right. And it's like, you didn't even need to validate it. Just let it be a rumor. I don't know why she felt the need to even speak up about it and validate that this is, in fact, something that they like to do behind closed doors. Why
I
would she
know
do that?
exactly. Why admit it? Like no one would have blamed you if you just like didn't admit it.
Yeah, it's so, oh my goodness, it's so bizarre. And you know what? Something about Secret Lives, there is something incredibly dark about that entire series. And I can't quite put my finger on what exactly it is. I
It's
don't,
very dark.
yeah,
There's a lot. There's a
Eh,
lot.
and it's something about the husbands, the submission that the wives are forced to put on to go undergo, the indoctrination. Something about it
And
is
like several
very
of them were
dark.
groomed by their husbands. Yeah, it's very
Correct.
dark.
And Michaela, I think, is the most notable one that people know because she's
Yeah.
already suffered,
Yeah.
immensely traumatic, sexual abuse at a younger age. And then her husband was her abuser who got her pregnant when she was a minor. So I
Yeah.
think that the entire show is so dark. And quite honestly, I didn't even really enjoy too much of season 1, season 2. It was fine. Like, yes, if it's on, I'm not gonna like look away. But something about it was so insidious that it was difficult for me to even have a desire to watch season 3. It felt like a different
Yeah.
kind of darkness that we're used to seeing on Housewives. And I think it has to
Oh,
do
it's way
very much,
darker than Housewives.
yes, with the religion element and the Utah, and not that everyone in Utah is a bad you guys know what I mean. Like, the religion element of it is very dark.
The Mormonism and the patriarchy of it all. Like there's a very and there's I know it's like not even funny. I'm sorry. It's just
And
like
to be clear, I grew up with some Mormons. I'm not saying every Mormon is like this. Like, genuinely, a lot of Mormons I know are very smart, very ambitious, very nice people that don't feel this dark to me. I don't know. From people that I know in my own life, it's just for some reason this
totally.
cohort of people is it breeds some different energy
Yeah.
that is very
It's
insidious.
I think all of their marriages are very troubled and
Yes.
troubling to watch. But again, it's like I find it entertaining because
Yeah.
it's just these freak shows on TV, honestly. But yeah, extremely unhinged. I think that to me, I'm very curious what her future on the show is going to be because this is like just on another level. Not only like Pissgate, but also like the comments that she made about Marciano's deceased father. It's just like, how low is she going to go? Like, are we gonna like wait around to find out? Like, it's too dark. It's too dark to watch her in particular. I know that like for you,
Yeah.
the entire show is too dark to watch, but to me in particular, for me, it's like I
It
can't watch
casts a
her.
dark cloud over the cast, and I've noticed this even in season two when she was pushing boundaries so much, and it was I
Yeah,
don't know, I don't know what her desire is. Like, do you want to be played out like the villain because you think that'll give you a bigger paycheck? Maybe it's
yeah.
very like a capitalistic mindset from her POV. She's like, I don't care how I'm perceived or what I need to do to be on top or to be the most talked about in the season, but I'm going to do it to get my check. Like maybe she's doing this monetarily or she's a narcissist and she wants all the attention.
I mean, Pissgate has gotten her 50,000 followers, which is more than she got all of season three. She gained the least amount of followers season three. I think she only gained
Yes.
like around 1,000 total during the entire season airing.
I saw that.
But 50,000 since this Fruity Pebbles thing has come out. So,
More followers means more
it's
cash.
yeah, exactly. So it's working for her to an extent. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with season 4,
Yeah.
which I don't think they set an exact date of when it's going to air. I need a break from them. I feel like season 2 and season 3 aired so close together. Like I need a break. I think they only had like a 6-month break, which in today's day and age is that's unheard of.
Now, a quick ad break to talk about Lola blankets. You guys know how obsessed we are with Lola blankets. They're truly the softest blankets in the entire world. And when we tell you that they live up to the hype, we mean it. They also make the perfect gift this season. So if you're stuck on what to get someone in your life, you truly cannot go wrong with a Lola blanket. Whether it's for a bestie, a family member, a significant other, they're so luxurious, warm, cozy, and truly a necessity for winter and the holidays. And they have over 10,000 five-star reviews for a reason. After a long day of running a business that I'm passionate about, I love pouring myself a glass of red wine, maybe taking a gummy, cuddling up on the couch with my Lola blanket to watch the worst movie you've ever heard of. Give the gift of softness this holiday season with Lola blankets. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a huge 40% off their entire order at lolablankets.com by using code SNARK at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code SNARK for 40% off. After you purchase, we'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
Now, a quick ad break to talk about Storyworth. I know I'm not alone in this when I say I get so sentimental around the holidays. Life gets really freaking hard and stressful, and there's something so calming and grounding about slowing down and just spending time with loved ones, whether they're your chosen family or your actual family. And the perfect gift for those who mean the most to you, a Storyworth memoir. They're perfect for your loved ones this season. It's literally a gift they won't see coming. Here's how it works. Each week, Storyworth emails a loved one. Think a parent, a grandparent, even a bestie, honestly. A memory provoking question that you get to choose. Something like, what are you most proud of in life? You guys get the gist. Your loved one responds to each email with a personal story. They can even record it over the phone for Storyworth to transcribe. It's so easy, even for your least tech savvy relatives. After a year, Storyworth compiles all the stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book. These seriously make the perfect sentimental gift for the sentimental time of year. They've printed over 1 million books and preserved over 35 million stories so far. Start planning yours now. Give your loved ones a unique keepsake you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth Memoirs. Right now, save $10 or more during their holiday sale when you go to storyworth.com/snark. That's storyworth.com/snark to save $10 or more on your order. Speaking of television, really fast, I want to talk about Stranger Things, the new season.
Please.
I know you don't watch Stranger Things. For those of us who do, it's been 3.5 years. And the acting is not great. And I think this frequently happens with child actors who grew up. And one of the examples that just always jumps to my mind when I think about child actors who grew up and you're like, you actually can't act, is Emma Watson, Hermione from Harry Potter.
Yes.
She was great as Hermione, and then she grew up, and I was like, you actually can't act. And I think this has unfortunately happened with some of the Stranger Things kids. I will say that I can't remember all of the actors' names right now, but the ones that play Lucas, I think his name is Caleb McLaughlin, I want to say. Gatton Matarazzo, who plays Dustin, and Sadie Sink, who plays Max, I think are all fantastic. And I think all three of them have done Broadway, I want to say. The rest leave a bit to be. And then Natalie Dyer, I think is great. Steve Harrington, who is played by Joe Keery, is great. Like the older actors are great.
Yeah.
But like the Millie Bobby Brown and like Finn Wolfhard, Noah Schnapp, even.
Yeah, that's who I know. Noah Schnapp and Millie Bobby Brown are the people I know because of
Yeah,
the Doja
like
Cat thing for Noah Schnapp.
yes, yes. TBT to that. They're just like not great. And it takes me out of it the fact that, first of all, a lot of the writing is like not amazing. And I'm not talking about the dialogue. I'm talking about like there's one scene, spoiler alert, where Dustin gets beat up by a bunch of bullies and he's getting kicked and kicked and kicked and beaten and punched and just, they're beating him. And then he like wakes up a few hours later and all he has is a broken nose. It's like they were like literally kicking him.
They're like assaulting you. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like there are just like so many like little plot holes like that where I'm like, what? So interesting writing choices. It's kind of crazy that each episode cost $50 million to make and like this is the result. But
what?
so it is. Yep. And it's just like taking me out that Millie Bobby Brown's lip fillers are distracting to me because she's supposed to be a 16-year-old in the 80s. She's not supposed to get lip fillers, you know? So I noticed that while watching Stranger Things, it was so distracting. It was like taking me out of it. I was like, her lips are just way too big. It wasn't like a subtle lip
Right.
filler. Like they look, I saw people online saying, they look like Kardashian lips. Like they are
Mm.
extremely overfilled. And I noticed the same thing when I was watching Wicked 2.
Sophie?
Oh, with Ariana. Ariana's
Sophie?
lips were way too overfilled.
Sophie, when I saw this on our document, I was shaking my head. So in agreement. I was like thinking the entire time watching Wicked 2, which I just watched last night, the same exact thing. Ariana's lips, I don't remember it being that pronounced. And I know that they in Wicked, the first one, and I know that they shot everything like in the same go around. They didn't take like a break and then refilm. Like they did all of it in one go. I don't remember her lips being so distracting. But it maybe because there were more close-up shots of her in
I don't remember
Wicked
them
2.
either. I honestly don't remember them either. Like
It was
genuinely.
it was really severe. I think that when you are playing Glinda the Good Witch in the Land of Oz, it is a little bizarre to see Glinda with her like
Right.
lip-filled lips.
Right.
Distracting.
Because it's like you're in Oz. You're
Yes.
not supposed to be getting lip fillers. You're
You're not in
supposed to
Beverly
be.
Hills. Like,
Yeah. It was so distracting to me. And like that I think is something, and like you said, like I don't remember in the first one. I know they filmed them back to back, but I just don't remember in the first one
yeah,
this happening.
right.
And I don't know. It's like there's like I feel like misogynistic saying it, but I really feel like there's like an epidemic
No.
with, and we've said this time and time again that like, some people just have iPhone faces. They're not going to work in like certain films. Like
And
that's why
lighting, yeah.
Kim Kardashian is always going to play like a wealthy lawyer because she has, all
That
that work
look.
done. It's
Yeah.
very obvious. And it really takes me out of it when these actors are getting work done and they should not be getting work done. And I think there should have been like something in their contracts. Honestly, especially Millie Bobby Brown. Like, I know that they're going to grow up either way, and all of the actors look way too old for how old they're supposed to be in the show. Like, it's bad. But like Millie Bobby Brown in particular, I think it's also like her acting is bad, but then also the
Mm.
fact that she got lip fillers, it's just like, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
It's too much at once. It's like I can handle maybe one of your bad acting, but that coupled with the lip fillers, I'm no
Yeah.
longer watching Stranger Things. And speaking of Wicked, I am absolutely howling. So on the notes, I sent, Sophie and I, we collaborate on this document together to
Yeah.
talk about what we're going to speak about. And on Wicked 2, I wrote, I get the first Wicked has iconic songs, but holy cow, I love Wicked 2.
I can't believe you loved Wicked too.
Sophie texted me immediately. She goes, "Oh my God, your Wicked 2 comment? Question mark, question mark, question mark." Me and
Yep.
Mandy are howling. She's like, we were laughing so hard. You have the worst.
Yep. So I was with my sister and Amanda was like, Christy literally has the opposite opinion of the general population. Because we saw, first of all, I loved Wicked. I was like one of the biggest fans of the first Wicked. As
Yeah.
you guys know, I've talked about it before. I love Wicked. I like was sobbing in the movie theater when I saw it. I've watched it plenty of times since then. Wicked 2 was very disappointing to me. Like, I think it was like a little overstuffed with things that like didn't need to be, like the girl in the bubble song. Like there were like a lot of different scenes where I'm like, this doesn't need to be included. Like, let's just like wrap it up.
It was long.
It wasn't as good. And like obviously the music, I feel like the first half of Wicked, which I've also seen on Broadway, is always better than the second half. It ends with Defying Gravity. Like, it's just like it's always going to be better. But like, I was just so disappointed by part two,
Of
unfortunately.
course, my ass was like locked in. After I left the theater, I was talking to my cousins and I was like, great part two. What'd you guys think? And they were like, I mean, it was okay. And then I was talking to Shannon from Fully Forward and I was like, loved Wicked too. She's like, oh, I liked it too, but the first one was definitely better. Dot, dot, dot. Like, what's up with me and my bad taste?
I know, Christy.
No,
I
it's like,
know.
it's really,
You just have the opposite opinion of Jen Pop. Like you're the only person on the planet that's like part two of Wicked better than part one. She literally, you guys, she wrote that in her document. She was like, I know everyone loves part one, but like part two was amazing.
I was like,
I actually like
didn't blink.
I walked away from part one and I was like, I think everyone is gonna win Oscars for this. Part two, I'm like, that'd be really weird if like any of these people won Oscars, honestly.
I think Ariana Grande did a little bit of a better job in Wicked 2 than Cynthia Erivo. I feel like her performance really shined. Cynthia Erivo was still
Yeah.
fabulous, but do you agree?
I think they were both amazing. I think it was just that Ariana was more of the lead in Wicked 2. Whereas the first one, she was more supporting. Wicked 2, she was more of the lead, and Cynthia felt
Yeah.
more supporting.
Yes.
Cynthia didn't have as many like scene stealing scenes.
Right.
And in my opinion, but I mean, they were both great. They're both extremely talented. The wickedly talented. Do you know what that's in reference to?
Uh,
Adele Dazeem, when John Travolta introduced Idina Menzel at the Oscars and called her the wickedly talented Adele
oh no, I
Dazeem.
don't remember.
Iconic moment.
Sophie was like deadpan, just like
Yeah.
you snapped into character real quick.
The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. Okay, let's move on to our dark energy objects of the week.
Okay, I have two. Everything, again, Thanksgiving conversation I was having with my cousin. My cousin looked at me before the movie started and he goes, have you noticed things are just low quality these days? Like nothing is good quality. I was like, you're so right. Everything is made to just like, you need to retire it within 3 years. I think of the iPhone. We use it every moment, every waking moment of our damn life. And you have to replace it like every 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. And that's like most appliances. And I know this specifically because when I bought my house, the sellers kept the washing machine, the dishwasher, like all the appliances. I have now replaced my washing machine. This is the third washing machine that I've had. And I've
Oh
lived
my
in this house for
God.
4 years. Okay. Third washing machine. And then my dishwasher, this is now the third dishwasher. So I've had to purchase a dishwasher, and this is the second one I've had to purchase because the seller's one was already there. And if you actually want a good quality one, you need to pay at least $1,000 for all of
Yeah.
these things. Otherwise, you will replace this one in 3 years. Because I chanced on my stupid Whirlpool dishwasher, and I'll have to replace it after 3 years of
Yeah.
buying. And then you have to get the most expensive one to know that this won't happen again. Like I feel like everything is bad quality. And I was talking about it with my aunts and uncles, and my aunt was like, I've had this refrigerator in my garage, no joke, since the 70s, and it still works pristinely. There's
Yeah.
no issues with it. Something is in the water, and they do this on purpose. They
Well,
meaning big corporate.
I hate to be that person, but it's like late stage capitalism.
It is.
It literally is like everything is cheaper now because the margins need to be bigger.
Yes.
And it's also the same thing. It's like why people would rather live, I mean, to an extent, in older houses because older houses were built
Thank you.
really well. And now new houses are built from like paper mache.
Wait, Sophie, I'm so impressed that you know this. Like that's actually a thing that a lot of people don't realize is if you buy a house made in the 70s or the 80s, I am willing to guarantee it is far better made with like the best materials than a new build.
Yep. It's
How
true.
did you know that?
Unfortunately, I feel like it's just like a widely known thing.
Some people
And that's
don't
why,
realize
like,
that.
houses now are so like I just think about like those new builds that you'll see on like Zillow when I'm just like poking around on Zillow for fun.
Yeah.
And it's like literally like the cheap looking modern farmhouse with like beige everything and it just
barn
looks
doors.
cheap. And like the instead of wood floors, they're like vinyl floors. Like it's just all like so cheap looking. It just looks cheap. It looks like it'll like blow over in the wind.
Yes. My best friend, when she bought her house in Houston, new build, she's like, everything is breaking, Christy.
Yeah.
And they were the first people to live in it. I'm just like so sick of it. And you're so right, late stage capitalism. So if you don't want something to break, you better be willing to pay 3x what you paid on the original one so save up. I'm like so frustrated with it. Second thing, having to do with another appliance of like washing your clothes. I hate having to read the damn tags on the clothes. Do I need to dry clean this? Do I need to wash this cold? Do I need to hand wash it?
Wait, so okay, when you said this, having to read symbols on clothing, I don't know what you're talking about. Symbols, the tags will always say hand wash cold. Like they have to legally tell you the
Sorry, that's
instructions.
what I mean. When I mean symbols, I just meant like the actual words that say like hand
The
wash
tags,
cold.
I hate
The
having to read.
tags. I hate having to read. It's like I want everything to be machine washable. Maybe that's
I
my dark
know.
energy. Like I don't want
Well,
to wash it. When it
but
says
you
hand
need the,
wash, you better believe I'm putting it in delicates.
well, yes, yes. I never hand wash anything. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
thank you. Thank
I
you.
I machine wash everything except stuff that like needs to be dry cleaned or it'll be destroyed.
Same.
But yeah, I mean, I always have to read the tags obviously because some things don't go in the dryer, and that's fine. Like if I have to like
Yeah.
lace something flat to dry, I mean, we were just talking about how I ruined one of my favorite cashmere sweaters by
Yeah.
drying it on accident.
Happened to the best of us.
But
I've been
yeah,
there. It sucks.
I mean, like I appreciate those tags. So you know what? I disagree with you. I need the tags.
I think the dark energy is more. I wish everything could just be uniform. I want to just wash
Yeah.
everything in the wash, and I don't want to have to like differentiate. Oh, I need to lay it flat. Like it's too much.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all to help you preserve your clothes.
Yeah,
So it's like a good thing
sustainability.
in the end. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sustainable. Mine is forgetting to put on mascara. Like, you know, when you like leave the house and you're like, I missed a step. That happened to me when we recorded the other day. We recorded with our high def cameras. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, why do I look so
Huh.
tired and ugly? Like something is wrong with me. Something's wrong with my face. I realized that I forgot to put on mascara. And I was so mad at myself because we recorded this episode. We used our high def cameras. Is there any worse feeling when you go all day and you were like out doing stuff and you realize you forgot to put on like the most important like makeup product to you? Like I
Okay,
have no eyelashes naturally, so I need
you
mascara.
need it. Okay, so this is my dark energy object. Being Asian, our lashes literally go straight down. There's no
What?
arch. So it's really hard for me to even put on mascara unless I get a
Oh my
lift.
God.
Because otherwise, even if I put mascara on unlifted lashes, I'll get the raccoon eyes. No,
I didn't know
yes.
that.
Yeah, Asians have like very straight
Wow.
lashes. So it's super annoying for me because even if I wanted to wear mascara, unless I have, I got the lift, which I had to pay like freaking $80 for just to get my lashes up a little bit. It's a whole thing. Yeah. There's even surgeries for certain people where their lashes are so straight it interferes with their eyeball. Mine
Oh
isn't
my
that severe.
God.
Yeah, but just be thankful you don't have the Asian like
I had no idea.
yeah.
So I don't have that, which yes, I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
I do have the most like non-existent natural eyelashes ever. And I know people are like, get extensions, get like a lash lift, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I
No.
don't know. Like, no, it's fine.
No.
I just use mascara and that
Yeah.
works for me. But then when I forgot to do it, that's when I'm like, damn it, I should have
Yeah.
gotten those extensions.
I know what you mean. It's
Um,
when I walk out of the house with certain makeup products, I'm like, God, I look so
Yeah,
ugly.
no. But like also when I forget to wear perfume before I leave the house, like there's just like little things where I'm like, I need this to like feel like a human. And then when you
Mhm.
like forget to do it, you get so mad at yourself.
Yeah.
So my light energy object of the week is sloppy joes. I post this on Instagram, but Henry uses this one recipe, which I can share again on Instagram if anyone's interested. And they're so fucking good. He does them in the slow cooker. And
Oh, that
so it's
sounds
like a
so good.
whole day activity. We did it last weekend. We just had like a cozy Saturday where we just had it cooking on the slow cooker. And
And the house smells so good as it's like,
smells
oh,
so good. So good. And it always reminds me of Mary Kate and Ashley and It Takes Two eating the sloppy
dude.
joes.
I
They're
was
so
literally about to say
good.
the same thing, Sophie. You and I have lived the same
Yep.
exact childhood because that's how I knew about sloppy joes. Food fight. Remember when they?
Yep.
Yep.
They're so underrated. So underrated. And like I promise you guys, if you're like, who eats sloppy joes, try this recipe. It is so fucking good. It's such a crowd pleaser also. Henry makes it for like everyone and everyone loves them. I took a picture of it and we were using like a crock pot liner, which is a very common thing. It makes
Yeah.
cleanup really easy. It's like
Yeah.
it's not plastic, it's like nylon, I think. So it's safe to use in a crock pot. So many DMs from people saying, why do you have plastic in your crock pot? I'm like, it's a crock pot liner.
Like I'm using what the specifications have
Right.
provided.
And then someone was like, okay, but it's plastic. That's so dangerous. I'm like, do you think that this is my first day on planet Earth? You think that we're melting plastic in our sloppy Joe mixture?
I think this is my on planet Earth. Okay, sorry to go back to It Takes Two. Me and my sister, we have. You know how when you grow up with a sister, you have like weird things that you'll
Mhm.
do from like
Yep.
childhood, like certain like
Yep.
movements. So we have this thing from It Takes Two from the Sloppy Joe scene where one of the kids is eating. He's the one with the glasses, and he's eating the Sloppy Joe, and he's going. Mm. So every time me and my sister, like he's like fist pumping as he's eating. For those of you that aren't on YouTube, so every time my sister and I are eating something good, we go. So I'm like, this movie has imprinted
Yeah.
something deeply in my brain. But
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Love that about you guys. Okay, I think that's it.
yeah,
I
I don't
hope
really have anything light. It's been there's been a lot going on. So
it's been a
yeah,
dark Thanksgiving for Christy.
yeah. So
But I hope everyone had an amazing holiday. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. We love you so much. Thank you to our amazing team. Jordan, Olivia, Rachel, Kartik. And yeah, follow us at Snarkrate Pod. I am at Soph_Ross. Christy is at Christy Noel __. Am I missing anything?
no, that is it.
Oh, leave us a
And
5-star rating and a review, pretty please, if you enjoyed this episode and enjoy our show. We would so appreciate it.
yes, and tomorrow we have a Patreon episode, patreon.com/snarkbaitpod. Every Wednesdays we drop bonus content, ad-free episodes.
Hmm.
And then on Thursday we have an OG influencer. So lots to come over here on Snarkbait.
Yeah,
Thank you
fun
guys
stuff.
so much for listening, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.